Today I am going to discuss the Maxwell's equations in electrodynamics. Still we discussed the divergence of magnetic field and curl of magnetic field, divergence of electric field and divergence of curl of electric field in electrostatics and nanostatics, right? See, it is the equation 1. Del dot E is equal to rho by epsilon. This we discussed in Gauss law. And the del dot D is equal to 0. This is the divergence of magnetic field is equal to 0. And the third equation, del cross E is equal to minus dou P by dou T. This was explained by Faraday's law. We discussed this also in mathematics. And del cross B is equal to mu naught J, which was explained by Ampere's law. These are the very four important equations we discussed in electrostatics and nanostatics, right? But when Maxwell started working on these equations, he found a small inconsistency in these equations. Okay. Let us see how Maxwell's correct this equation. Okay. See, if I am taking third equation, that is Faraday's law. In Faraday's law, if I am taking divergence of curl of E is equal to divergence of minus dou V by dou T. If I am taking divergence on both sides, see, in the right side of the equation, we can write dou by dou T of del dot P. We know that divergence of magnetic field is 0 in the equation number 2, and divergence of any curve, divergence of curve is also 0, right? So this here is no problem. Now, if I am taking equation number 4, see now I am applying divergence for the equation number 4, that is divergence of curl of B is equal to mu naught into del dot J. See, okay. So del dot J is equal to 0. This is 0 only in steady state current. Okay, steady current. This is valid only for steady current. If it is not steady current, if the current is varying with respect to time, this will not equal to 0. This will not equal to 0. Then how Maxwell fix this Ampere's law? How Maxwell correct this Ampere's law? Okay. See, here I have a circuit, two capacitor plates which are connected to a battery. Okay. See, current is passing through the circuit. These are the two capacitor plates which is in circular. These are the circular plates. Okay. See, if it is here is a current I. If I place a magnetic needle very nearer to this current carrying wire, it shows deflection. The magnetic field shows deflection. Why? Because the moving current can produce a magnetic field. We know this, right? And if I place the magnetic needle here also, if this is surface 1 and if I am considering this is surface 2 and I am considering this is surface 3. If I place the magnetic needle near to this current carrying wire, here also the needle shows deflection, right? Then how to find this magnetic field? Using Ampere's law, right? So I have to draw a circular loop. We know that by using Ampere's law, integral B dot dl is equal to mu naught into I enclosed, right? This is the I enclosed. This is the circular loop, the magnetic field loop. So we can write as, so this is circular, right? We can write as B integral dl is equal to mu naught into I enclosed is the current I, right? So we can write as B into 2 pi r. This is the distance r of the radius of the loop, right? So next is equal to mu naught I. So B is equal to mu naught I divided by 2 pi r, right? Okay. So now we can also calculate the magnetic field in near the surface 3, the same, right? The same method. But if I place the magnetic field nearer to the surface 2, you see in the surface 2 there is no charges moving, there is no charge moving, there is no current going, right? So, but still, if you place the magnetic needle nearer to the surface 2, again it shows the deflection, right? Then how it is possible? what type of the, if it means if the magnetic field shows the deflection is definitely is there is a magnetic field. How this magnetic field is produced? How? That means if the magnetic field produced means definitely there is a current. How this current is produced? See. So Maxwell first mathematically corrected these equations by taking continuity equation. By continuity equation, we know that del the J is equal to minus dou rho by dou t. Right? So if the current is increasing, the charge density goes on decreasing, right? So the negative sign indicates. Next, we can write by Gauss law. By Gauss law or by equation 1, we can write del dot E is equal to rho by epsilon naught, and rho is equal to epsilon naught into del dot E, right? So this can be written as del dot J is equal to minus dou by dou t into epsilon naught del dot E, and del dot J plus dou by dou t epsilon naught, okay, or we can write as del dot epsilon naught del dot dou E by dou t is equal to 0, right? So now correct the Ampere's law by adding this extra term, that is del cross B is equal to mu naught J plus epsilon naught mu naught dou E by dou t. This is Maxwell's Ampere's equation. Okay. See, if you take divergence to both sides of this equation, so you can write mu naught del dot J plus epsilon naught mu naught into del dot dou E by dou t, right? So now see, again the curl of divergence is 0 and del dot J means, so we know that mu naught into epsilon naught into del dot dou E by dou t, okay, plus minus and epsilon naught mu naught del dot dou E by dou t. So now see, the both side of the equation is 0. So this is the extra term we have to add it, epsilon naught mu naught dou E by dou t if it is not a steady current. Okay. So like Maxwell's fix this extra term to the Ampere's equation. Okay. See, experimentally it was verified in 1888 in between the two capacitor plates, right? Maxwell called this extra term is displacement current, that is JD is equal to epsilon naught dou E by dou t. This is displacement current. Experimentally we can also verify this. See, it was first verified by Hertz in 1888 when he conducted electromagnetic. The two plates are very close to each other. Okay, if I place two plates are very close to each other, here the electric field produced by these plates, and this is the plate 1 and this is plate 2, the electric field produced in these surfaces E is equal to sigma by epsilon. This already we studied in electrostatics. Okay, but sigma is equal to charge by area. How much charge enclosed in that area. So next, therefore, E is equal to, we can write this as Q divided by A into A epsilon naught, right? So now we can write dou E by dou T is equal to dou Q by dou T into A epsilon naught. Okay, see. So then we can write dou E by dou T is equal to dou Q by dou T is nothing but I divided by A epsilon naught. Then density J is you can also write as I by A. So now we can write dou E by dou T is equal to J divided by epsilon naught. So we can write J is equal to epsilon naught into dou E by dou T. Epsilon naught dou E by dou T. So this is the displacement current. That means the changing electric field will also produce an electric current. So that is the changing electric field is also producing an electric field. In Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction, we discussed that the changing magnetic field produce electric field, right? The changing magnetic field produces electric field. So now, but here, see, here we have found that the changing magnetic, the changing electric field, produce magnetic field, right? So we can easily conclude that the changing electric field is also producing current. He called this current is nothing but displacement current. The displacement current is produced by changing the electric field. When electric field is changing with respect to time, it produces current. This current produces magnetic field. Okay. So Maxwell's Ampere's equation in integral form we can write as, see, if we apply integral to this equation, see now if I am applying integral to this above equation, so integral del cross B dot dA is equal to mu naught integral J dot dA plus epsilon naught mu naught integral dou E by dou T dot dA. Okay, see. So now by Stokes theorem we can write this equation as integral B dot dl is equal to mu naught J dot dA is nothing but I enclosed, right, plus epsilon naught mu naught into integral dou E by dou T dot d. This is Maxwell's Ampere's equation in integral form. Okay. See, we can easily conclude that the simple conclusion is Ampere's law is this is Ampere's equation, that is integral B dot dl is equal to mu naught I enclosed is not valid in between these two plates. The capacitor plates, that is not equal to mu naught into current I enclosed, because if there is no current it means there is no current passing through this closed area. Okay, see, if I draw the closed surface like this, see, the current will end only at this space. Here there is no current wire. So this equation is not valid. This equation is valid only for steady current. If the current is varying with respect to time, this equation is not valid. Okay. So this is the Maxwell's equation.